Stop using AI like a search engine. If you type random words into ChatGPT, Gemini or Claude, your results are going to be generic. AI isn't about searching, but rather about prompting, and in this video I'm going to break down the 5-step framework Google teaches to master AI prompting. We'll use a real-world example plus a few advanced upgrades I personally use to get dramatically better results. But to understand prompting today, we have to first take a look at the past. The first search engine, Archie, was launched in 1990 by Alan Emtage. Back then, you gave it a keyword and Archie returned the file. Since then, we've spent over 30 years training ourselves to think in keywords, search terms, and fragmented questions to find information that already exists. And that works perfectly fine with search engines, but it fails with generative AI. The reason is simple. Search engine find information and generative AI creates it. So, let's get rid of our 30-year Google habit and fix our prompting. Let's look at a practical example. Imagine your spouse surprising you with tickets to London. But you're leaving in 3 days, so the planning is 100% on you. There is no time to open 50 browser tabs and drown in information. So, open your favorite AI and follow along because hands-on is the fastest way to learn this. We start with the task. Most people just type London weekend trip and be done with it. Delete that. That's a search term for Google, not a task. We need an action verb like create, draft, plan or design. So proper starting prompt will be something like create a 2-day travel itinerary for London. See? Create is the task. It tells the AI to produce something, not just talk about a topic. But we can elevate this further. One of the most effective upgrades is assigning a persona, meaning a role for the AI to step into. For example, act as an expert local travel guide to create a 2-day travel itinerary for London. Now the response is shaped by local expertise, not generic travel knowledge. The second upgrade is formatting the output. By default, AI tends to answer in bullet points, which is fine, but not always practical. For a trip, a timetable is much easier to follow. So, we add the formatting at the end of the prompt. Format the response as a timetable. Now, the output is structured and far more usable, but the AI still doesn't know you, your taste, your interests, or what makes this trip so special. And that's exactly why we need step 2, the context. This step is vital because without the context, the AI creates a generic travel guide for anyone. But we don't want something generic. We want it built for us. So, this is where we add the who and the why. Let's take our existing prompt and layer in some personal details. This is a 5-year anniversary trip with my spouse. We are staying near Kensington and are huge fans of Harry Potter and history. Food is a major part on how we experience culture. This will help the AI understand the emotional context, the location and the interest profile behind the trip, all which changes the output dramatically. But there's another upgrade here that most people miss. The negative constraint. Everyone tells the AI what they want, but pro users also tell the AI what they don't. In our case, we are leaving in 3 days. That means anything that requires tickets booked weeks in advance is off the table. We don't want to spend our anniversary weekend staring at sold out signs. So, let's add one simple negative constraint. Avoid any locations that require booking weeks in advance since we leave in 3 days. Now the results are actually tailored to us. They feel realistic, personal and actionable, but to make them truly next level, we need step 3, references. Sometimes it's hard to describe what you want with just words, or maybe you've already done some research and don't want all that work to go to waste. That's where references come in. This is how you tell the AI to stop guessing and use the specific data you already have. References can be anything from URLs, copy-pasted text from an email, or even a PDF of your flight itinerary. But here's the secret move, cross-chat referencing. We can tell the AI to use data from another chat. So let's update our prompt with Use the specific locations from our previous Harry Potter discussion. Then you hit enter. The AI spits out a beautiful timetable. It's got the history, the Harry Potter spots, and the food. But just because it looks perfect doesn't mean it's perfect. And that's why we need step 4, evaluate. This is where you slow down and look at the output with a critical eye. Check the facts, check the logistics. Did the AI overplan the days? Did it stack locations that are an hour apart like they're next door? Or even worse, did it hallucinate something entirely? Because you have to remember, generative AI is a creative engine, and sometimes it creates things that simply don't exist. But you don't have to do all the verification work yourself. My favorite move in this step is to let the AI audit itself. Ask it, are there any logical errors in this itinerary, specifically regarding travel times between these locations? With that, the AI is going to switch roles. It stops being the creator and it becomes the critic. And if you want to be a real power user, do a cross-check. Take the output and paste it into another AI model with the prompt, fact-check this itinerary for me. Letting two different AI models argue over the details is the fastest way to surface mistakes, gaps, or unrealistic assumptions. Once you've evaluated the results and found the red flags, you move to the final step. Iterate. Think of this like a director giving notes to an actor after the first take. To get to our perfect 48-hour London plan, we can use 4 specific iteration methods. First, revisiting the prompting framework. Go back to the context. Did you forget something? Maybe your spouse is vegetarian, or maybe you hate crowded places. Small details create big shifts. Add that missing layer now. Second, break the prompt into smaller tasks. If the AI got confused, your prompt was likely too long. Break it into smaller tasks. You can play day 1 and day 2 separately to keep the AI focused. Third, try different phrasing. Instead of plan a trip, tell the AI to draft this like a travel documentary. Sometimes a change of words can lead to a much better, more authentic result. Fourth, introduce constraints. If the itinerary is too busy, give the AI boundaries. Tell it to limit travel time to 15 minutes or include 2 hours of downtime. With constraints, we can help the AI to focus its creativity. Now, let's take a look at the before and after. On the left, we have the Google habit, a generic list that could belong to anyone. On the right, we have the decoded method, a personalized itinerary that actually fits your life, your taste, and your schedule. We have the same idea, same destination, but completely different results. Mastering Google's 5-step framework, ask, context, reference, evaluate, and iterate is how you bridge the gap between okay outputs and truly personalized results. But the most important thing to keep in mind is this: the framework I presented is a foundation, not a cage. Use it as your starting point, then experiment, adapt, and develop your own prompting style on top of it. Let me know which of these 5 steps have you been skipping, or which secret ingredient make the biggest difference for you. For me, it was the reference, because after giving the AI a clear direction, my results changed for better. So, drop your experience in the comments and let's decode this tech together. I'm Raul, and I'll see you in the next one.